G'day viewers, how are you today? Look, I had a few ideas of what to make for a video today, and then later in the day the news broke that Rugby Australia came to a deal with Israel Folau, which is really shit news. They should have fought their case against him. And if you're lucky enough to not know who this guy is, he was a very highly paid rugby player, and he made a couple of posts on social media that were just vile homophobic shit. He said, "My religious belief that gay people are going to burn in hell for eternity." First time he did it, he got away with no punishment at all, but they did say, "You can't do that again." Then he did it again, and then because he was clearly in breach of contract, and any rational person would think, well, he clearly isn't going to stop, they terminated his contract. Now, he sued them for wrongful dismissal, which is ridiculous because purely and simply in the terms of his contract, he was the one in breach, so firing him was completely legitimate. Lots of people have lost their jobs for far less transgressions on social media. Sometimes literally just saying, the department I work for are a pack of dickheads, and away they go. Or they work for a government department and they criticise the government. Out they went. Israel Folau broke a rule that he'd already broken once and got told he can't break it again, and he lost his job. Pretty much straightforward contract law. But then the news comes out today, they've brokered a deal with him with confidential elements to it. And part of the only bit we get to know is Rugby Australia and Rugby New South Wales apologised to Israel Folau, like, "Oh, we didn't mean to hurt you. We take it that you were hurt by our decision. And we also accept you didn't intend to hurt gay people by saying they were going to burn in hell for eternity." What the fuck is that even? It's like, it's such a mealy-mouthed shit talk sentence. It's like, oh, when you said these people would be tortured for all eternity for their sexuality, we believe you when you say you didn't intend to hurt anyone. Fuck that noise. That is the most cowardly, shitty thing. And when you hear that Folau's camp are very happy with the settlement, which is secret, makes it kind of obvious they paid him a very big chunk of money. And there's a whole bunch of reasons this thing with Folau shits me beyond the homophobia. It's simply the hypocrisy that really gets to me. Folau's in some incredibly bizarre, tiny fringe sect that, interestingly, for all the other people who call themselves Christians who are defending Folau, his weird little cult has also declared that you're idolaters and you're going to hell. It's only this tiny, tiny little group. They're the only ones who's right, and everyone else is wrong. And in fact, so wrong, they're all going to hell. That's the sort of mindless shit you're putting up with. But the prick has the audacity to say, it's in the Bible. He's picked out one line from Leviticus in the Old Testament that refers to man laying with man is abomination. Interestingly, some scholars say that is even just possibly badly translated, and it's meant to say if a man lies with a boy, that's an abomination. So it might be anti-pedophilia, not anti-gay. But even if it explicitly said, no, we don't like the gays, they're going to hell, fuck that noise. It's the fucking ramblings of backwards religious cult from thousands of years ago. What the fuck relevance has that brain-dead shit got to do with the world today? And the hypocrisy goes further, because Leviticus bans a whole bunch of things that these fucking vile, bigoted hypocrites don't care about. Humorously, or ironically, depending how you want to look at it, right near the thing about man lying with man is a ban on tattoos, of which Folau has multiple. It also bans shellfish and mixed fabrics in clothing. So it's absolutely farcical to quote that as guidance for your life today. But beyond that, Folau, the vile, disgusting, bigoted hypocrite, calls himself a Christian. If you are a Christian, you follow the New Testament, not the Old Testament. And I very strongly suspect Folau is one of those mealy-mouthed, hypocritical pieces of shit who hasn't even read the Bible. I have. I went to Catholic school. I was an altar boy. No, I wasn't molested by a priest, but I actually won a Bible knowledge quiz at school. The prize was a Bible. That does not seem like an appropriate prize for someone who already knows the Bible. I don't need another one. But the thing is, the New Testament, which is what Christians should follow, any sort of reading of it tells you, if it was at all true, Folau's going straight to hell. He's the one going to hell. And it's explicit. It's not cherry picking. Let's count the ways Folau is going to hell. Well, he's not, because none of it is real. But if it was real, here's the reasons he's going to hell. Because he's rich. Jesus explicitly calls out, it's easier for a rich man, it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Because a rich man comes to him and says, hey, how can I follow you and be saved? And he says, give away everything you own and follow me. And the guy went, oh no, I like my money, see you. And Jesus says, that guy's going to hell. Rich people go to hell. The whole prosperity gospel is literally, according to the New Testament, is the words of Satan, not of Jesus. So he's going to hell for being rich. He's going to hell for being a hypocrite. He's going to hell for being greedy. When he first said he was going to sue Rugby Australia, despite the fact he is a multimillionaire, owns multiple $1 million properties, he went crowdfunding to the public saying, give me money so I can sue for my bigotry. It's just like, it's just the hypocrisy. It's like, it's times like these. I wish the Bible was true, because it's more than a little tenuous to suggest there's anything in the Bible that says explicitly gay people are absolutely definitely going to hell, because Leviticus is up for conjecture and it's not Christian doctrine anyway, it's Hebrew doctrine. But the New Testament has multiple explicit instances that tell you Folau is absolutely, definitely going to hell. So when I say the following, I'm not saying it as a mean person. I'm not saying it as an angry person. I'm saying it as Jesus. You, Israel Folau, go to hell.